The debt management office is coming out, and they are saying that we've borrowed too much. We need to calm down, because with what we have now, we can no longer continue to sustain our debt. Let me start with Ambrose. Ambrose, how do you react to this development?
You know, I would say that our economic managers and the financial analysts, they are quick to comparing, you know, our debt to our GDP.
Okay.
For me, that is just misleading.
Break it down.
It's very misleading. No,
Okay.
GDP is just activities of the economy. That does not show that it's the revenue of the economy.
Yes.
That means if you're going to service your debt, you need to look at your revenue. But we quick jump into our GDP to revenue is low. Is that for me? Just look at what is your revenue. I'm happy that from insider information that the federal government want to disclose some assets that are not working to raise funds to kind of reduce this debt. That is what I believe, you know, the market. Once you're able to reduce your debt, you cannot plan with what you have. Because for us continue to look at our GDP, GDP is activity, either for the month or for the quarter or for the year. Going to look at it's not what you are earning. We want to, how can we increase our revenue? One, if we want to do it, we'll refine some sectors like all this reform we're doing now. Do reform for sectors. You know, when telecom started in Nigeria, I'll give you an example. Telecom started in Nigeria. It's a small sector. Today, you can see what they are contributing to our GDP. We need to do more in some other sector. But the good step is that we must to reduce our debt. And if there are some sector, there are some assets of the government that is not contributing, you can dispose it to private sector to government and use that money to kind of reduce this debt. We know therefore looking at our GDP. GDP is just a figure. Let's look at what's our revenue. And also, again, I was aware that government is not time for them to increase tax because you want to quickly, you know, raise revenue for government. No, the economy is already bleeding. Then if you bring it out on them, you want to squeeze the economy. I believe that this is the time to kind of encourage the economy to stabilize first. Then government should come with either come of an incentive to make sure that all the people that want to tax, either especially the small businesses that are not paying tax now, encourage them, give them like some service, guide them for like another 3 years or 4 years or just 2 years, get their details, their data about who are, but don't collect anything for them. After you see that they are moved to the next level, can I start coming with gradual tax? Then when we are winding up your tax
base,
not gradually increasing tax rate. No, when you have base that are wide, you can earn more. But I believe that if we stop looking at our GDP, look at how we can raise our revenue. That's the only way we're concerned. And also, let's go back to agriculture. We are all paying lip service to agriculture. If we have good security, people go to the farm and multiply, and also start exporting our goods outside Nigeria. Because one, we want to earn more efforts to manage our own efforts. Because now that we have one single exchange rate, I'll tell you, we are in for business. Because if demand is high, this exchange rate is 1,500. If we have excess supply of effort, it will come down as 400, 300. But where are we now? Do you have excess? That means we need to rethink.
All right, I'll take you by your word, and I will tweak it at the other way around and pose it out there to the other analysts to do some analysis about it. Ambrose says something that with our unified exchange rate, it shows that Nigeria is in for business. And the president is currently in France attending the Global Finance Summit. And he also said, while addressing investors over there, that Nigeria is open for business. Charles, I'm posing this question to you. You will agree with me that President Bola Tinubu is a good strategist when it comes to revenue generation. And Ambrose just made mention of a key fact that it is not right to start taxing the already burdened businesses. First off, government needs to settle and bring some kind of moderation to the economy before bringing out tax. But the problem that has to do with taxation in Nigeria is that Nigerians don't believe in government when it comes to the utilization of taxes. Now, as it stands now, what other measures should the government put in place to increase its tax revenue if we are going to focus on revenues that would be used to service other aspects of the country and also reduce our debts?
Okay, thank you very much. I agree with Ambrose for saying yes. I mean, we see SMEs that are trying to stabilize. You are now imposing tax on them. Of course, that will not be too good. Even the VATs you are talking about, people when they buy items, you place those kind of tax on them. Yes, if it becomes too much, they will reduce the purchase of that particular item, not even by choice, by their purchasing power. And when their purchasing power is reduced, of course, they won't buy much of that item. And the so-called revenue tax you want to collect from VAT, you might not get it. Yes, I agree with him. We need to stabilize the economy first before we think of tax. But my own challenge will be for the government. You don't even necessarily need to increase this tax. But those who are already in that tax bracket, the leakages, The leakages is key. How efficiently do we collect this tax? That is very key. How efficiently? If there are no leakages, I believe that even currently, the number of people in our tax brackets, if we collect it efficiently, I think that will go a long way in trying to increase our revenue. Now, you came and said, yes, I agree with you. The current president is a master strategist in terms of revenue generation. We saw what he did in Lagos. He increased the revenue, internet revenue in Lagos from as low as 500 million a month to about almost 3 billion a month. Yes, that is in Lagos, and it is possible to do that in the whole of Nigeria. What was the strategy? Efficient collection of this tax. That was the strategy he used in Lagos. And it was collected efficiently. And again, I'm not trying to sing praises to the current president. You could also see some of the usage of that tax money. It was there we saw the creation of LASMA, we saw the creation of so many other agencies. We even saw him paying WAEC fees for public school. So people saw that, yes, this man is actually using the tax collected from people to benefit the person. Most locations became so aware and they trusted his government as at that time that, yes, if he collects this tax, he's using it properly. So I think that strategy should also apply in Nigeria. In collecting this revenue efficiently, Nigerians want to see how it is being used judiciously, openly, and of course, the government officials also lead by example. We will see an increase in our revenue generation. I don't want to go to the oil sector because we have spoken so much about oil theft and all that. Non-oil sector. There are other sectors that are gold mine waiting to be harnessed. But at the same time, Bruce have mentioned it, security is key. You cannot be doing solid mineral in Zamfara, gold, and it's shrouded in mystery. We don't know what happened. There is no regulation, nothing. So we need this kind of transparency in terms of our resources, how we generate funds, how we collect royalties from these persons who are doing mining. Each time they keep telling you illegal mining, and it is still going on, and the government is not doing anything about it. So at this time now, we need that transparency. And once Nigerians see that transparency, of course, I'm telling you, you will see people willingly supporting the government, paying tax, and in our revenue generation. And that will go a long way in trying to reduce our debt stock. At the same time, we can sustainably, because you cannot do away completely without debt. We need some form of debt to credit to really move the economy forward.